Hey there, everybody. Welcome back with the Plat. Purplatypus is the name, and today we're talking about this chump Khonsu. Yeah, overall, it's kind of very similar to what we've been doing. I've kind of changed up my DPS formula, but the overall strategy is very, very similar, where we're basically gonna burn them down, kill them very quick, and then use dampeners to defend ourselves. This one, it starts to get a little less smooth on these ones because he has multiple elements and he has physical, but his pattern seems to be relatively recognizable. Like, it doesn't seem to really change that much. I fought him twice. I beat him twice just to kind of make sure I get an idea. So weakness is ice. I'm not using a lot of ice. I've kind of gone with a physical team and just relying on crits. That's one way to do it. I don't know if, but, Jack Frost, King Frost is insanely strong. And then if you get Jack Frost, King Frost, and the Dark Frost guy or whatever, then you get a cool attack there, but it's not really what I'm doing. All of his attacks, you don't really have to worry about any of this. Honestly, a very simple boss. Not the easiest boss so far, but definitely not the hardest. So let's go over my team here. I'm using Yoshi Itsune. Basically, we're using him because he has a weak 8 physical attacks on random foes, always lands critical hits. This makes him great in a lead position, even when you're exploring the map. It's expensive MP-wise, but basically, this always gets crits, so it always exploits a weakness in a way, right? It doesn't consume your press turn icon. But in this fight, we are going very heavy into the physical. Let's actually get King Frost out of here really quick. I gotta change my party. Kind of. King Frost is here, but he's not in the intro. We're starting here with Bicorn. So he's basically gonna just use Asao Tobi every single time for the entire fight. The very first turn, I'm going to use Pierce Armor to kind of just start getting their defense down, but that's honestly optional. You could start with this, and then on his second turn, do this. It's not that important. I'm probably playing slightly inefficiently, but very, very strong character in general. My main character, you've seen him if you've been watching my videos, up to 84 strength now, just using Sangeki a lot, but Wrath Tempest is kind of insane. You get this from in the area before you fight this boss. So kind of look around for it. I don't remember exactly, but it's 8 weak physical attacks of random foes. Greater effect of critical, so it's just Aramasa, but better because it does extra damage on crits, and we're going to be using critical to get guaranteed crits. And then besides that, we have Bicorn. He just increases the damage of critical physical hits. And then we have Yakashini here, who's basically here to have the Pandemonic Feast, increase our allies' multi-hit attacks to give them max possible hits increased and good accuracy. Now, the critical is not 100% necessary. If you have a different character, there's one that has, there's something that can give you guaranteed max hits on all of your multi-hit attacks. That would work better with this, but not getting guaranteed crits can be rough. Like, he gets guaranteed crits, but the protagonist doesn't. So I'm just going with the guaranteed crits because it's simple and I don't need to farm a specific character and build them for this thing. These are characters I have. Bicorn is pretty much here for the critical melody, but also the AoE attack up. Sorry, I'm going all over the place today, my voice. But yeah, AoE attack up. He's going to do this twice, and then we're pretty much going to switch him out. And this character is they're going to use Blight to do a little bit of damage. It's not nearly as much as my other characters, but a chance to get poison is kind of nice. It is an AoE, it is a multi-hit attack, so you are able to basically get, extra hits. It's synergistic. Other than that, lowering their evasion could be good, and Toxic Spray is always good to try to poison while also lowering defense. So we're basically going to do a setup turn here. We're going to lower his defense while raising our attack and using a dampener, and then after that, we are going to be going all damage, right? AoE, big hits. He's going to raise the attack an additional time, and then she's going to use Blight, and then big hits, switch Bicorn out for King Frost, and then big hits. You could play it risky here, but he does a light attack after, the second turn. And so I switch in King Frost because King Frost is resistant. You don't have to worry about the fire attacks that they normally deal. And then after that, you're going to go back to a fire dampener. And then if he does a Megatushi gauge instead, you're going to do a light dampener. But then he is weak to Frost. King Frost is gonna just do lots of damage, right? The Ice Breath, the King Bafula, and you're just gonna keep smacking them. Not very difficult of a boss, as long as you're using the dampeners at the right time. You can see in the video I'm gonna show you, I do almost die. That's because I didn't know if he charged the Megatushi, if he would start with physical or start with holy, or light. I decided to basically gamble that he would start with physical. He didn't, but I kind of figured I wouldn't get one shot. However, I was almost wrong. I got very close to dying, but if you see him charge his Megatushi, just use a light dampener, and that should block his entire turn. And then, yeah, you can kill him right after that. Easy peasy. Anyway, that's all for today, guys. Thank you very much. Purplatypus is Purplatypus. See you on the flip-flops. Bye! I already beat this guy once. He was a joke. Not a joke. I mean, he could have. He always has the chance to do something scary. I guess it depends on... He has a chance to one-shot my protagonist because I haven't changed his weaknesses. But I probably should just make him absorb fire so I don't have to worry about it. But if I don't have to, I'm not going to. You don't want to give yourself weakness either. So first turn, let's just get him lower. Let's pierce his armor. We should use a... Let's just do it now. That way, in case we miss something, we'll just do a fire dampener here. Yep. Your job is to... You're allowed to just raise everyone's attack one stage. That's okay. Maybe we should have used an item on our guy. I don't know. I don't think it matters. I guess it doesn't matter. You might as well do the toxic spray. Lower defense, chance to poison. So he's going to fire. He's going to do nothing. And now basically we're just going to go in for damage at this point. Let's go ahead and do critical. He has guaranteed crits, so he doesn't need it. But it still is going to... It's just going to make our protagonist hit harder. We could probably push it off for one more turn, but I'm not into that. Good hit. You could... you need to raise everyone's attack. Blight could be pretty good. If it actually poisons, it'll be pretty good. Great hit. Now here, I think on the second turn he does double light attack. Pretty sure that's what he does. So I think we're just gonna not worry about it. We could actually change you out. If he's gonna do a double light attack, then we could do King Frost. King Frost is resistant to light. If he does fire, I'm pretty sure he doesn't do fire this turn. Little extra damage, halfway gone. Yeah, light attack. As long as he doesn't double hit our guy. Oh, he did the Megatushi. I haven't seen him do that. Interesting. Okay. Let me remind myself what abilities I'm not used to seeing right now. Where is it at? It's in my Discord. Bada bing. He has an AoE. He's probably going to use physical. He does have AoE light, but we might just need to play it safe here. We don't need to just like fucking aggro him down into instant death, you know? We can afford to do a... Let's do a Miracle Water. We'll do a Miracle Water here. You're going to just keep his defense lowered. You are going to... Lowering the evasion... I mean, lowering his chance to dodge is pretty good, but I'm not super concerned with that. Just blight him. The crit wasn't necessary, but it was nice. Now, I think you're going to use a physical dampener. Actually, just because I have it as an ability, we'll do it. We'll do a physical dampener. Even if he does an AoE light, his second attack will miss and cause his turn to end. We Ice Breath here. And then we can actually... we don't want to change you out. Because then his physical could get hit by something. But let's just put something that's... You're pretty good. I think we're ready to have you come in. You don't have the attack up. Well, but she's just kind of weak. Yeah, you know what? Let's just keep it. We'll keep it simple for the YouTube video. We'll just blight. All right, well, better late than never. So he did do the AoE light. But then the physical is going to get blocked. Okay, so I was right. But to be fair, that was really close. We should have done the AoE, like the light block, but I didn't want to. This is a little sketchy, but we're going to try it. Didn't quite work. I was really hoping we'd be able to get the Megatushi gauge here. We're just going to do... I mean, he's going to use another fire attack, right? We're just going to do a fire dampener. He's kind of... I think he went back to the top of his thing. We probably could have just killed him here, honestly. Yeah, that's probably a mistake. We could have just killed him here. But when you know the boss, you don't got to worry about it. So go ahead and pierce armor here. Easy peasy. I'll admit that light attack got me close, but if that attack kills you, you could just do a light dampener instead on that turn, and then you will be set. Anyway, that's all for this one. Much love. Purplatypus is Purplatypus. See ya on the flip-flops. Bye!